Let's factor this trinomial. We set up two brackets and we write x times x is x squared. Now the question is, what times what is 15? Could the answer be 1 times 15? Think of another factor. What else fits into 15? How about 2? 2 times what is 15? It doesn't work. We're looking for a nice integer. Let's try 3. 3 times 5 is 15. So we found the pair that we want. The two numbers that multiply to be 15, the last constant here. But somehow, adding or subtracting becomes the middle term, -8, the coefficient of x. So we copy down the numbers 3 and 5, and we write down negative and negative, because -3 times -5 is positive 15, but these numbers, they also add to be the coefficient. So this here is the factored form. We call this trinomial factoring, where a equals 1. Let's factor this larger trinomial. This is a big number. It might be a bit difficult to guess what times what is 72. X times x is x squared, and what times what is 72, yet adds to be -6. Let's try to move through the list patiently. 1 and 72, they're too far apart. Let's try 2, and what's half of 72? 35 plus 1 is 36. Now what about 3? Now because we're so far apart, we can try even skipping some numbers. Let's try doubling this number, making it a 4. By doubling this number, we have this number. So half of this is 15 plus 3, which is 18. We're still too far apart to become 6, so we keep on going. Let's try 6. When we triple this number, we divide this number by 3, and 1/3 of 36 is 12. So these look somehow 6 apart. Let's try this. 6 and 12. The negative means we assign the negative to the larger number. And we have plus here. 6 times -12 indeed is -72. And -12 plus 6 is -6. We found the factored form. Let's factor this trinomial by first pulling out the GCF, 3. When we expand this out here, we get the original question. So we're on the right track. We now use trinomial factoring. X times x is x squared, and what times what is 4, but adds to be -4. Let's try -2, -2, and we have it. So this is the correct answer, or we could write 3 bracket x minus 2 squared. Here we factor this trinomial with this coefficient not 1. So we can do this in two different ways. Let's try using the rainbow method. We multiply this number times this number here. We recopy the question, x squared plus 7x minus 2 times -4 is -8. Now don't write equal. This is just a trick. We factor normally. X times x is x squared. And what times what is -8? Let's try 8 and 1. And let's try plus and minus. And indeed, these multiply to be -8, but add to be 7. So we're on the right track. Look at the coefficient 2. Put it here on the bottom in the denominator. Reduce it, simplify it. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And this fraction 1/2 is already simplified. So let's promote the denominator in front of the x. So this here is the fully factored form. Now when we get a question like this, it's a bit faster to keep on guessing, especially when the numbers are low. What times what is 2x squared? For sure we have 2x times x is 2x squared. There's no other possibility. And what times what is 4? Let's try 2 and 2. Is there any possible way to get a coefficient of 7? When we multiply 2 times 2, 2x times 2 is 4x, and we have 2x. This is not the right combination, regardless of plus or minus sign. So let's try again. Let's try 1 and 4. Can somehow 8x and x generate 7x? And the answer is yes. Let's choose plus and minus. Indeed, 8x minus x is 7x, and negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. So if you keep on guessing very quickly, this is the faster method.